This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2.
Welcome to DBL. It's Tuesday, September 22nd, National Voter Registration Day.
Yes.
Clap at the camera if you are voting and have a plan.
I have a plan.
I have a plan too. I'm so excited. You sound so mellow about it.
I don't know if it's a plan. I'm going to vote.
Have a plan. Do you go early? Are you mailing? Where's your ballot box?
Yeah, I'm not making an escape route for a potential fire in my house. I'm just going to vote.
Hi, I'm
Hey,
Tori,
Lindsay.
here with Al. Lindsay joins us from home. Lindsay, can you save us?
Al, man, you got to get the people riled up so they can go to the polls.
I know, but
What's
just
going on?
vote. I don't know what a plan is. What do you want me to shimmy over like a river
There's
and
no
then
shimmying. It's
fight like a crocodile and then vote? I don't have a plan.
I simply want you to think it through.
Okay.
All right. Today is going to be a good day. We are in the middle of a pandemic, all right? And we're going to have a lot of frustration out today. So if you're with me, just let it out. I want you to actually vocalize your frustration today. We are now living in a pandemic that has killed more than 200,000 Americans. So now more than ever, we are all looking for information we can trust to keep our loved ones safe, right? But what's going on with the CDC? On Friday, okay, they posted about the threat of the virus spreading through the air. Then yesterday, they took that down, saying it had been posted in error. Meantime, the president said this yesterday in Ohio about the disease.
It affects elderly people with heart problems and other problems. If they have other problems, that's what it really affects. That's it. You know, in some states, thousands of people, nobody young, below the age of 18, nobody. They have a strong immune system. Who knows? You take your hat off to the young because they have a hell of an immune system.
Of course, that's not entirely true. It's not just old people with heart conditions. This 28-year-old OBGYN resident in Houston died over the weekend. She had been sick with the virus for months before it finally took her life. All right, so again, this is my way of saying to the viewer, if you're watching on your phone, your computer, your TV, let it out. Today's your day. How frustrating is it that we are the only country who can't get this together? Al?
I mean, because we're getting information from all the corners, and they all seem to be flawed in some kind of way. We hear President Trump say that only old people are going to get it. Young people with strong immune systems are okay. We found that to not be true. I read an article that I couldn't believe wasn't bigger, where the head coach of the LSU Tigers football team said that most of his players have had it.
Yeah.
Those guys are in pretty good shape. So, and it says that it affects your heart. Those guys expend a lot of energy, raise their heart rates a lot. I'm worried about us seeing something happen on the field. So no one knows. Everybody's frustrated. And I think everybody's just doing the best they can, but that's why we would like to have a cohesive plan moving forward. So it's not individuals doing the best they can. We're all working as one.
I mean, but really what Lindsay would like, we have 200,000 dead Americans. That's 200,000 families that have had to live through losing a loved one, and we can't get the CDC to tell us if it's airborne or not in 8 months. I mean, what are we doing so wrong? How frustrating is this to you?
I know, because in the beginning we were asking for more information and quickly. We wanted an update. The president gave a press briefing every single day, but I just want everybody to be quiet now. Unless it's factual and 100% confirmed, it's too much. You know, you hear the president back a couple months ago say that this was going to end in April. I was looking forward to that. It didn't even come close to ending in April. You know, you hear the CDC send out test kits that were faulty in the beginning. That was wrong. You hear them say that N95 masks don't really, I mean, unless you have an N95 mask, your mask is rendered useless. When that ended up not being true, because everyone has cloth masks walking around right now. Young people, every single fact that we've heard has been changed or altered over time. And so I really just want the right information and from the right people. And if the CDC can't gather themselves to get it together to tell us stuff that is not going to be retracted in 2 days, then I just want them to stop.
Lindsay, I'm going to say this. Lindsay, I'm just going to say this to you. I don't think it matters anymore. I honestly,
what do you mean by that?
Because I don't think facts are facts anymore at all. The trust has been lost from everybody. So now everybody's just doing.
For good reason, though, Al, right?
I'm not saying it's not for good reason, but I'm saying there's no more facts. We need to stop saying that word. We need to call that the new F word, because there are no more facts anymore. And because of the constant undermining of people that know what they're doing in this, we have now created a world where now everybody is chiming in, and depending on who people listen to, whether it's Joe Rogan, whether it's the president, whether it's Dr. Fauci, those are going to be your set of facts. So that's the world we live in.
But
we are not coming back from it.
But Al, the CDC has been wrong. So
Right.
it's like that's why people are undermining them, because they've gotten wrong information. So I think that people just want the institutions that are put in place to protect us and give us the right information, the top ones, to not put incorrect information. And if you don't know, just say you don't know.
Totally agree. And also, that's supposed to be apolitical, right? That isn't supposed to be political. We're supposed to trust that from both sides of the aisle, and now we can't.
Yeah, but I would argue back that the CDC had to put out information very quickly because there was so much other information coming out that they had to combat. This is months ago. That's the reason I think
a lot of people, Al, think that the CDC is bending to political pressure.
Oh,
and
I
it's
agree.
very much a problem because now we don't know who to trust. If you have to get it out, let's all say, boo!
Oh, there we go.
Hey, thanks.
That's not nice.
I'm just trying to get out of the world's frustration. Another really frustrating thing, politicians who flip-flop on their positions. Am I right? All in an effort to get their way. Of course, we're talking about the fight to fill the Supreme Court seat left empty by the death of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Up first, check out what presidential hopeful Joe Biden said back in 2016.
I made it absolutely clear that I would go forward with the confirmation process as chairman, even a few months before a presidential election, if the nominee were chosen with the advice and not merely the consent of the Senate, just as the Constitution requires.
Okay, well, Joe Biden is now saying that we should wait until after the election to fill the empty seat. But he's not the only politician who wears flip-flops. Did you see that, what I did?
I like that.
Changed his position. Here's what Senator Lindsey Graham said about it in 2016. It's all over your news feed. Take a look.
I want you to use my words against me. If there's a Republican president in 2016 and a vacancy occurs in the last year of the first term, you can say, Lindsey Graham said, let's let the next president, whoever it might be, make that nomination, and you could use my words against me, and you'd be absolutely right.
Wow. Now, of course, Lindsey Graham has vowed to fill the seat before the election. So the question we ask you, do politicians just flip-flop to get their way, and is there a problem with that? Lindsey, I go to you here. Can you change your agenda? Is that different than flip-flopping? Talk to me.
I mean, they completely both changed their position based on who was in office. That's insane to even watch. I'm sure everybody at home watching that is like, what? You know, because it just shows this allegiance to whatever your party is and not what your morals are or what you actually believe. And so it's why a lot of people, I think a lot of Americans are so frustrated by politicians overall. And then you have the polls where they say they're trusting your politician, your local and state and federal. And when they do things like this, where they completely change their views, you know, you would be led to believe that for a long time, Republicans and Democrats have stood on the idea since Kavanaugh was put in place that that is going to be the precedent that's set forward. But obviously, they just change based on who is in office and what they want to accomplish.
And I totally agree with you, Lindsey. Al, my problem is that I do want my politicians to change and evolve, right? So same-sex marriage, that moved. Like Obama evolved, the climate changed. I don't want them to be stuck so much, but I also don't want them to flip-flop like those two were. I trust a cockroach more than a politician.
Well, I think that we're under the false pretense that leaders lead. Leaders follow what their constituents want them to do. And the idea, Linz, that, you know, some politician's going to be out there following his or her moral compass is ridiculous. The politicians.
You don't think there's any that do that?
Absolutely. They'll be out of office. Look at Jeff Flake. Where is he now?
What about?
What you do is you figure out what your base wants, and it seems like for the last couple years, your base decides that we are digging our heels in. This is what we want. If you don't get this for us, there's no crossing the aisle. That's considered you being a weak person. You working with the Democrats, you working with the Republicans, that's the enemy. We will get somebody in there that will fight for us. And because of that, we have these divisive sides. They will do whatever they're going to do. They have to do to win. And this is our politics now. And nobody wins because if every single time 50% of the people are upset, that's not a resolution. You cannot move forward like that.
You know what's so ironic? Ruth Bader Ginsburg's one of her closest friends on the court was Scalia, the person who thought the opposite of her. They were the closest of friends. I wish we could get back to that. Lindsey, stick around. Coming up on DBL, our medical expert, Dr. Payal Kohli, is back with more answers to coronavirus questions. Don't miss her always informative segment. And everyone's booing, by the way, on YouTube and Facebook. Plus, why some of Ellen's current and former employees are totally personally unsatisfied with the apology she gave yesterday. And as we go to break, check out our empty studio. Most of our coworkers are still at home. We thank them every single day. We'll be right back.
Daily Blast Live wants to add sparkle to your life. We're giving away the official Daytime Emmy gift bag filled with luxury products worth more than $5,000. Here's how you can win. Send us a video telling us about your quarantine, how your life has changed, new hobbies, or plans you had to cancel, and what you look forward to the most once the pandemic is over. The winner will be announced Friday, September 25th, and become the owner of the official Daytime Emmy gift bag.
Welcome back to DBL. We here at DBL rely on facts just as much as you do to get through this pandemic. So when agencies we trust for factual coronavirus information seem to change their stories, ha ha ha, we share your outrage. We really do. That's why we bring in the one, the only, Dr. Paola Coley. She joins us live to make sense of it all. Good morning, Doc. And what looks like a cherry dress. Is that cherries? Flowers?
Good morning. It's Hawaiian hula.
Oh, wow. Mahalo. Good to see you. All right. Well, earlier we mentioned that the CDC has made some recent changes to its guidelines on how the virus is transmitted. And we're frustrated, Doc. They can't keep their story straight. It posted a change to the guidelines last week and then just yesterday said never mind. So can you break this down? What has the CDC been saying about virus transmission and it being airborne? And why did it change and then change back? Is there political pressure in your point of view?
So, you know, the CDC had posted a change saying there was aerosol transmission. And in the past, when the CDC has changed something they've posted, it's really largely been driven by the fact that there's new science. But in this case, that's what has me really confused, because what they posted was actually scientifically correct. Wow. There is aerosol transmission of this virus. So I really can't understand why they changed it back, but I'm going to speculate here that it's because we want to loosen the restrictions on bars, on restaurants, on political rallies, and a lot of the gatherings that we want want to happen.
Meanwhile, 200,000 Americans have died. Wow.
All right, Doc, I mean, this is like the first time I'm gonna be serious and honest. I am exhausted trying to keep up, not to mention super frustrated, like with all this information. Like, what are we supposed to do as an individual citizen? Like, what would you tell one person if they ask you, what should I do?
You know, Al, I'm so frustrated too. And I sat here a few months ago and I told you that I had blind faith in everything the CDC said, because before this pandemic, I really did. And because of all this back and forth, they have lost so much credibility amongst the medical community. And now is a time when we need to trust them more than ever, because we're in the middle of a public health crisis. So I echo your frustration, and I wish that things were different. But in my opinion, there are only two doctors that I trust, that I turn to for the facts. And if you have any confusion, these are the two people to trust. First is Dr. Anthony Fauci, who still maintained the science and really promoted the science. And the second is Dr. Al Jackson.
Oh, well, thank you. That put a smile on my face. Tori, take that.
Okay.
Take that. I
we
win
need to
Tuesday.
be clear for any American Medical Association issues. Al's not a doctor at all.
Of life.
That's not even a thing.
It is it if you make it a thing?
Did you hear your producer?
What?
He just goes, we can rap.
I know. Yeah. I knew he was going to say that because I'm a doctor.
Wow. Thank you so much for the real doctor. We will be right back. We appreciate you. Thanks, Doc.
I'm a doctor.
No. Welcome back to DBL. Ellen is taking some heat over her apology on her season 18 premiere. I got a lot of people texting me and tweeting me, what do you think about this? Several current and former employees told BuzzFeed News the talk show host came across as, quote, disingenuous, half-hearted, and tone deaf, especially since many of the allegations dealt with sexual harassment, racism, and misconduct. Ellen addressed the allegations, but she also poked some fun at herself and how she's been known as she's known as the kind lady, but she's changed now. Take a look and tell me what you think.
Being known as the Be Kind Lady is a tricky position to be in. So let me give you some advice out there. If anybody's thinking of changing their title or giving yourself a nickname, do not go with the Be Kind Lady. Don't do it.
I watched it with Al. I've gone mini viral for this take on it. I didn't get it at all. I thought she was so flippant. I thought it was so rude. I thought it was just, she totally missed the mark. The whole idea was to look in the camera and say these are real, especially in the Me Too movement, and she just blasted it through with light jokes that made me think of her even worse. I'm sorry to be so real. Linz, what'd you think?
It's just like the too soon idea. Like, just, it's not it's too soon to joke. You know, I think that people are really offended and were mistreated by her allegedly in her office. And, you know, a lot of reports and people that a lot of us know that work in entertainment say that they can back these kind of stories up as far as just like an uncomfortable work environment. And so I just think even when you're being that person out in public, it kind of plays to the audience that's like, oh, Ellen would never do this. She's super sweet. And so up there joking and making light of it, it kind of downplays what the employees are feeling. And, you know, like I think that we all understand and our bosses understand there's no show without a staff that's happy and works together and like is motivated. And so I think that's really, she shouldn't have done that. I think there's a better way to handle it, and especially if you want to joke, you got to wait a minute until like the dust settles when people are a little bit over the anger that they had for
you guys are a lot nicer than me.
Dude, read the room.
I cannot believe that she was even allowed to respond. We've seen a lot of people, men and women, be accused of things through no court of law and get canceled literally on television or get canceled literally in the social realm of things. She not only got a chance to respond with cue cards, she opened up with jokes about how her summer was. There are some criminal accusations on here.
However, they're not at her.
They're not at her, but her name's on everything.
Right.
You don't have the thing to get the big check and then be like, I don't know what's going on, like you're some child wandering around Disneyland. You can't have it both ways. And I don't know anybody that would be able to kind of joke their way through those serious allegations like she did. So good on her. If her audience is with that, then it's fine. But I mean, it's so obvious.
Yeah, I agree. And also when you say be kind, and that's a hard thing to live up to, no, it's not. Just be kind. We'll be right back.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
To DBL, Jeff put 3 fire starter tricks to the test in this week's DBL Home Hack presented by American Home Shield.
What's up, guys? Jeff here with another DBL Home Hack. Now, if you're like me, you like to get out there and camp, but let me paint you a scenario. You forgot your charcoal, you don't have any wood around, but you still need to cook your delicious food, right? So I'm gonna try 3 different hacks today, which I saw on the internet that all work. We got our duct tape, we got our marshmallows, or we got a bag of chips. Let's see if I can cook my delicious meat with this bag of marshmallows. I don't know, it's a long shot, but let's see. At first I thought this was silly, but now I'm a little bit more confident this might work. All right, I'm not having too much success right now. I am burning some marshmallows. It smells great. All right, guys, as you can see, it's burning a little bit, but it's not really giving off any heat, so it's definitely not enough to cook any meat. So I'm gonna say this one is definitely debunked. All right, guys, so the second hack is duct tape. Who doesn't have duct tape around, right? So what I'm gonna do is just take a bunch of this. Again, guys, I don't recommend this unless you're in dire straits, because you don't really want to be eating duct tape, but I'm gonna see if it'll catch a flame. Alrighty, I'm gonna put that in there. Ooh, that looks like a nice fire. It's a nice little fake fire. All right, let's see if it ignites and holds some flame. Just like Grandma used to make. All right, so as you can see, it kind of holds a flame. It doesn't really smell great, but to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not gonna eat food that's cooked off of duct tape, so I'm just gonna call this one debunked. All right, guys, so this is my last chance to start a fire. Those other 2 really didn't work at all, but I'm confident that this one might work just because of the oil on the chip, and I could start it a little bit with the bag. So I'm gonna try to light the whole thing on fire and see what happens. So before I do this, I don't wanna ruin all the chips. I'm gonna eat one. It's actually working a little bit, but so far definitely the best option. All right, guys, so as you can see, we got a nice fire here, and the reason this works is because potatoes and wood are made from the same complex sugar, which you can tell, that's a pretty good fire. There we go. Whoa. Do I need to say anything else? The proof is in the potato. When it comes to your home, American Home Shield warranty helps cover many things homeowners insurance leaves out. Call American Home Shield at 1-800-731-8598 to get a free quote today.
Great hacks. I heard Doritos can be used for kindling when you're camping. DBL's new every day. Now I'm hungry. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow.